We are joined today by fourth-year head men's and women's cross-country coach Steve Imig of the North Park Vikings. We're here to talk to him about the upcoming 2014 season for both ladies and the men. So, how are you doing today, Steve?
Great. Thanks for this chance, Kev.
Absolutely. Yeah, just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the upcoming season. You got 10 men coming back, and 12 women are on the team, or 5 of 7 returning on both sides of both teams. Talk about what your expectations are going to be for this year.
Absolutely. We feel like we have a good returning nucleus, I think, on both squads. There's some key pieces that we're going to certainly look to when it comes to leadership and performance. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, there's some nice new pieces that we've added to the mix. And as we take the steps of becoming a team, we're excited about what's in store. And we, over the last 3 years, but the program has certainly come a long way, and we're encouraged about the process that we're continuing to make.
Absolutely. Talk a bit about some of those returns you got coming back for both the men's and women's side. We'll talk a bit about the men's side. Ricky Barajas, Steve Smart, just a couple of those that are coming back on that side of the team. Talk a bit about what they're going to bring back to this year's team.
Yeah, definitely. So those two, along with Saul Lopez, those guys will be instrumental, with whatever we can achieve this fall. And I think they're continuing to raise the bar with their expectations, with their work ethic. I think distance running is a sport that rewards consistency, kind of a long-term approach, and especially some of those guys, they're ready to start reaping some of the hard work that they've put in. And so I think whether it's you start talking about conference standings or just some of the invites we go to, we're going to be a more competitive team once again, just kind of like I alluded to before in terms of just week in and week out, and that's fun. I think there's positive momentum that's established when those types of things take place. On the women's side, we return Mia Gomez, who is going to be a sophomore, and actually the entire women's team, we don't have a junior or a senior. Okay. And so it's all freshman and sophomore.
Wow. Okay.
But Mia had a really nice, solid freshman year. She ran 39:52 for 10K, which is just a good, solid time. Most years that scores at the conference championships. Yeah. It just happened to be a really fast race last spring. But certainly Mia, and then you add in Kathleen McCarrick and Zoe Larson and Mia Larson in terms of some returners. And then you add some newcomers, Annika Manning, who had the chance to be on a state championship team at Glenbard West. Okay. And she was around some incredible runners, and just I think kind of her attitude and her work ethic, what she's going to bring. And then a junior who just kind of happened on the team this year, but she is doing fantastic, Lindsay Nessberg. Okay. And we're really excited about the women's side as well. So both the men's and women's programs, a lot to be looking forward to with what the fall could have in store.
Okay. Talking about just what this schedule, starting with the Elmhurst Early Bird you guys got today, how much is this going to prepare you guys for the upcoming conference championships at the end of the season? How much do you think the guys and girls will be ready for that last big meet you guys got at the end of the season? Hopefully qualify some for the nationals.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the goal, I think, with every cross-country coach in the country is, to be as prepared as possible for the months of October and November, especially, as you start to get into the championship races and the conference meet, and regionals and nationals and those types of things. So, as we think about even today going out to Elmhurst, and it's a stepping stone towards where we want to be. I think we're mindful that we're going to have a lot of work to do, and we need to take those steps forward as a team and as individuals. But just day in and day out, I think that's the key. If you can have enough small daily victories along the way, we're confident that towards the end of the season we can be at our best. And even the way the schedule is set up, I think with Elmhurst today, and we're going to Luther in a couple weeks, and just it'll be a challenging schedule, but I think a good mix of teams that we can hold our own with. And the distances kind of set up a little bit with some shorter races early, and You know, the women were so young, especially that we're running 4K today and a couple weeks of 5K before we really jump into the 6Ks later in the season. So hopefully, you know, things are set up. If we can stay healthy, if we can work hard, that the season will unfold in a really positive manner.
Absolutely. Okay. You know, for some of the people that are new to cross country or don't know much about cross country, talk a little bit about to everybody just what it takes to be a cross country runner. Just, you know, how fit the guys and girls have to be, what kind of diets they have to go on, what kind of just regimens they just need to do in order to stay fit, in order to stay competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I think we try and promote a lifestyle in a lot of ways. That's maybe the best way I can put it. Runners are never made in a single run, a single week, a single month. You know, it's kind of long-term consistency that adds up to big things. And so we want to instill hopefully a love of running, a passion for running, and yet at the same time there is an individual component to our sport. But boy, we really believe in the team dynamics, and when you're running for each other, there's power. You know, we believe that there's real strength kind of in that pack mentality, and you know, thinking about your teammates when things get a little rough out there on the course, and all those things. But you know, certainly just doing the right things on a daily basis, whether that's nutrition, like you alluded to, or sleep, and you know, certainly putting in the right volume of miles, and just all these factors that add up to big things.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for taking the time, Steve, today, and hope that you come out and support the Vikings this year.